Alrighty, we have the patch and I am so excited. So Act 4 is here. We're just going to go through the patch notes, which should be a good bit of fun. So Act 4, the core, it sounds pretty interesting. Obviously, a lot of the changes that you can actually read here are going to be the orb changes and new relics and new enemy stuff and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to jump into the game to figure out what exactly Act 4 has. Stuff for newer players, which is nice. Second ways to unlock classes. Neat. I don't remember struggling all too much unlocking the classes, but that was a while back. Once Act 4 is unlocked, you'll get new optional challenges that apply only for one act. Interesting. And it sounds like if you take it, you get to go further, or you get to maybe gain a benefit for it. So it sounds like it's giving you a downside, and later you'll either get to go further, is what it looks like it's saying. But I feel like what that might be is just you'll get an upside, and that upside is probably going to be pretty nice. I'm definitely going to appreciate trying to use these. I feel like a lot of their downsides can easily be negated with like passives or orbs that you have, and being able to pick up specific passives or orbs is going to help you out a lot with those, because I presume the upside is going to be well worth it. I'm definitely going to try and get good use out of it. This only applies if you haven't won a run yet. Nice to see some new player experience stuff. That's always good to see. New music, 4 new achievements. Alright, I'll check them out later. I want to do the run first, and then let's see what they are. After all, I don't want to spoil myself. New rare relic. This is for every class. For every 2 health lost, add 1 coin to the board. So Nosferatu immediately is 7 gold per shot. For the first shot specifically, past the first shot it increases by quite a lot. For every 2 health lost, add 1 coin to the board. I mean, this is just a good greed relic. I doubt it's as strong as Navigation Inflation, and Navigation Inflation did not get nerfed. But wow, yeah, no, this is really fun. I do love that there's more greed relics in the game, as well as more like health loss. Because there are some builds which really do like to ping pong health, and if they can get this passive, that is so much gold. Like actually just so much gold for them. At Roundrel or Peglin, the first time, it's rare as well, the first time each battle you invade an attack, gain 100 Belusion. This is insane. Basically you get a guaranteed another 2 dodges pretty much, and if you have, I think the best way to compare it is to Puppet, because you're going to have Belusion, let's say. I think that's a pretty fair statement. A lot of the time you're going to have Belusion or maybe Blind, something that just gets you that dodge, and you're going to get 2 more dodges for it. Which, like, if we're comparing it to Puppet, sure, it's slightly delayed. A nice thing about the Puppet is the immediate effect that it has. But Belusion doesn't proc for, like, rigged bombs, which a lot of the time a Puppet's just going to pop on a rigged bomb for Area 3. That being said, though, Area 4 is now in the game, so maybe Puppet is just very good into Area 4. That is, honestly, there's a decent chance. Whenever you dodge an attack, damage the enemy that attacked you. It's a rare Roundel relic. Okay, depends what the damage is. Could be very good. There aren't any like multi-attack enemies, since I don't think the Coin Dragon's breath attack counts. But yeah, should be interesting. I'm very interested to play around with this patch, that's for sure. Weave of Fate, all Belusion you gain is doubled, but you lose twice as much Belusion when Belusion triggers. Interesting. So baseline, this is just, you have double Belusion gains, which is really good if you want to combine it with Status Symbol, because then you have quad Belusion gains, so gain 25 Belusion, you're maxed. You lose twice as much though, is a lot. Losing all of it. I think a lot of the time this might not actually be worth it, but doubling Belusion gains is definitely solid. And a lot of the time you do just want to max out your Belusion gains against, say, Crossbow. Because like, I had that run recently. It wasn't too recent, was it? It was probably a bit over 2 weeks ago or something. Where I didn't get like a 40% dodge, and I didn't get like a 70 or 80% dodge. If I'd landed either one of those, I would have beaten him. But yeah, no, that's definitely an interesting one. New common Roundel relic, Darken Cover. When you evade an attack, gain 15 Belusion. Honestly, I think this is insane, especially more so than Weave of Fate. Being able to feed into the chain is really good, especially if you combine it with, let's say, like Weave of Fate or Status Symbol, or both. You know, 60 Belusion when you dodge an attack, which you're going to dodge because you have 60 Belusion, is really good. So you're just baseline set to 60 Belusion if you have this plus Status Symbol, these two. Like, I like the look of this a lot. 15 Belusion is actually just a very noticeable amount as well. Not too much, but a lot. A new secret relic, awesome. I'm looking forward to finding this. Rainbow Slime Encounter. Oh wow. So if you fight the rainbow slime, you get a lot of gold, I presume, which is always amazing. But spend some gold to remove an orb. That is a insane option. There's a reason why they I believe, did they have the option to spend gold to remove an orb previously in like the beta? I don't actually recall. They did. Oh yeah, because they weren't stores, so they must have. Yeah, spend some gold to remove an orb is very good. Very, very good. I imagine I'm just going to be taking this most of the time. But sometimes, you know, maybe I have like double store. I want to fight the slime, get some gold. Giant old brick slime. What will you do? I feel like you'd be able to give him pebbles, right? And if I'm giving him pebbles, I'm extremely happy. Might also be fine to fight him. We will see. Also, it might be forced re-navigation actually as well, which is interesting. Fighting him might not be an option. It might be forced re-navigation or give him pebbles to make him stand aside. Orb is back. I don't remember how you actually got Orb. It grants gold when removed. All I know is that Orb was in the I don't remember how I was getting Orb before. I remember shooting it. I remember that it had really weird momentum. I remember it being an event-specific orb when you're scrolling through the custom game mode. But cool, Orb is back. Load time, nice. New regular mines battle with a flickering spiral of pegs. Flickering spiral, that sounds pretty cool. Yes, here we are. Some platforms got it faster, and I was definitely one of the ones that got it faster. So some status effects have been renamed, including a new status effect question mark. Which if that's added to the round rule base pool, that is very interesting. Awesome. Alright, so balance changes. There's some really big stuff. Crucible 4 missed navigation damage reduced slightly to 4 instead of 5. I mean, this is such a huge deal. First of all, weighted chip, massive buff to weighted chip. So much less health loss. Like on average, I'd say in half an area, you're probably losing like, and also less health. Like this is just a lot for that. As well as, you know, like across the course of the run, you're going to misnavigate multiple times. So this is very good to see. I do think it was, I think it's probably a good change. Also, it makes like, it doesn't affect Torn Sash as well, which is cool. Oh, nice. Technically, Super Boots gets slightly worse, but that's fine. Super Boots is still going to be pretty solid. Oh my god, I saw this one and I was so happy. So, orbs granted from the random minigame where you aim and then you'll get an orb, or maybe not get an orb because it's actually pretty hard to choose which orb you're getting in the Pachinko minigame. Higher levels in the castle and mines. It's actually a huge deal. If you're going to spend 0 gold for a level 2 orb in the castle, that's really good. Or 0 gold for a level 3 in the mines, that's also really good. Oh my god, shop only relics have had their cost reduced to other relics. Let's just pretend it's like minus 10 gold. I think that's probably a fair guess. It's probably anywhere from 25 gold to 40 gold is my guess. That's a huge deal. Since there are some store only relics that you really want to buy, a lot of the time I'll enter a store and like I want to buy the collusion detection plus something else, or honestly there are a lot of hits, especially since Bulking Hammer and stuff is still store only relic. This is really nice to see, I like this a lot. Tend to the Grove, which I believe was max HP or heal, has had the heal increased. This is actually a really big deal. Before I would basically never take the heal. Literally, unless I had just an absolutely amazing setup, I would take the heal, but otherwise I would just always take the max HP, even when I was damaged quite a lot. But now a 40 heal is just massive. And that's basically Crystal Order. When you're getting Crystal Order, you're probably playing Crucial 20, which means your max health is decreased, which means 40 health is basically half your health. So this is actually seems very good. Grant level 1 or 2 Infernobs instead of only level 1. Damage from taking the Infernobs has been reduced from 10 to 8. Oh right, I thought it was 8 initially, but yeah. To pay health to remove an orb from your deck. Oh my god, the Infernob event is insane. Another remove event in the game. That is so useful. Wow, this is such a huge buff. First of all, as we saw with the Bedsu fight recently, it's actually a good idea to take the Infernals from this event, but they're level 1, which is really bad. But if you can get level 2 orbs, which even just one level 2 Inferno just to help with a Bedsu fight, might be worth it, but that is still a ridiculous amount of health loss, since at the minimum you're losing 10 health, which is very rough. Like a lot of the time you'd just rather pick up something else, and that'll help you out even more with Betsy. Lightning Scenario will now only appear if you're carrying more than 30 gold. And includes an additional option to lose gold in exchange for upgrading an orb. So that's the Ball Lightning event. Lose gold in exchange for upgrading Lightning Scenario. I think this is the Ball Lightning event. It's kind of weird that it's an option to lose gold in exchange for upgrading an orb, but I'm not complaining. That's decent. Depends on how much it is as well. The Crow Scenario now has a new option to give up a random orb. Oh my god. There's just more removals. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's so nice. I'm really sick of having to lose the health just takes the because I think this is the lose 9 HP to add 3 or add 3 pebbles to your deck. Which is great for when you're doing pebble builds, because 3 pebbles is a lot, and they can be levels 1s, 2s, and 3s. I used to think that they could be, they were forced level 2 or 3, but they're not. I got all level 1s once. Wow, that's really good. Okay, wow, some really big balance changes there. Really big. Round rule balance changes. I am very interested to read these, that's for sure. The Blusion cap has been increased from 100 to 99. Oh. For Pollution you gain is doubled, but you lose twice as much when you evade an attack, gain 15 Pollution. Okay, Weaver Fate sounds actually way better now. Wait, lose twice as much. Sorry, that's not 100%, that's 25, like 75%, right? I'm unsure. Okay, that's a really interesting change. That is very cool. Wow, okay, I did not know that. Okay. This does scare me slightly. Why is the cap being increased? Like this one, it says you may be going to need it. At least it doesn't say it for the Spinfection, but that is interesting. Double. So double used to have amazing upgrades, but now at max level, it'll double all negative status effects on the target. It's still a 0/0 though, and it'll get exploitable in darkness at level 2, which is a massive deal. So if you've got, let's just say it's enemies start with 3 exploitable, and then you shoot what's the orb? The targeting orb, which increases debuffs by 5. You shoot that onto the target, and then you shoot the double onto the target. They're sitting at 16 exploitable. That's 160% more damage. That's just insane. That's really good. So double is definitely going to be an orb I'm considering more for debuff builds specifically. Also, like the double change is just insane with it's like so insane with pincer maneuver. If it's single target enemies, then boom. Okay. Glass half bull applies 1, 2, 3 transparency to all enemies when drawn. 1 transparency is debuff value. 3 transparency is, wait, now that's actually not too bad. And the transparency on hit was increased as well. So if you shoot, oh my god, 3-7, you're already up to 10 transparency. Your baseline, your orbs are AoEs. And you can discard the glass half bull to gain value from it. And glass half bull is still a common. So one thing I think with this is glass half bull adventurer's backpack is insane. Sounds really good to me. But I think glass half bull just in general is really good. Oh, I can't wait to play Roundel. There's some really wild changes. Really wild changes. Double Trouble grants 5/7/9 Illusion when one of its multiples leaves the battlefield. Constricting Chains, and that's so much Illusion. Go for Gold, or Machosko Shell, same. And its damage stats, oh, it got increased. Oh, wow. +1 crit damage at each level. At the end, it's basically just a better Daggle with Illusion granting capabilities. Wow. I've been really interested in taking multiple orbs on Peglin and Roundel more, but I just haven't because it's just not worth it. It seems pretty worth it there. Wow. I do tend to usually overrate things, I think, a bit when I read them, but like those 2 changes look really good. Double as well, but obviously double is way more specific. You need to be doing debuff stuff or have debuff stuff to gain value from it. Spinfectious Sting is now actually real on a crit. 2/2/2 to 2/3/4. So the increases were 357 or 135 for baseline. I think it was 357 maybe. So you actually kind of get a lot of Spinfection off of this now. Actually not too bad, because as we know, Spinfectious Sting is common. Basically now it's kind of on par with Toil and Trouble is what I'm reading. Just very interesting. So the Blusion cap was increased to 999. Beluga Boots, it doesn't say they reduced the 60% benefit. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But Beluga Boots now enables you to carry Belusion between battles. Yeah. Wow. You can have up to 999 Belusion as well. I think this is going to be a pretty impressive change. Roundel is just like the new Paladin, right? Obviously you need Beluga Boots for it, which is unfortunate, but like, you just get to dodge like the first 4 or so hits every battle if you're well stacked enough. And it's probably going to be easier to get you well stacked for Area 4, right? Because you're going to have more time to find stuff. Wait, we get the 3rd boss passive. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. We get a 3rd boss passive. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I am so excited for this. So excited, man. This is such a huge Paladin balance changes. There are so many, and the rounder ones were so impactful. So surely, Paladin also is irresponsible. Now has overflow at all levels. So specifically, if you've got irresponsible plus Wand of Skulltimate Wrath, isn't that just like kind of insane? As long as all the enemies have spawned, you basically just kill all the enemies. That's really good. Responsible is now definitely solid. Before it was basically a Demon Wall orb, where you pick it up versus Demon Wall, and you don't really want it for Area 3 because there's all the rigged bombs and stuff, and you need your shielding. But that seems very cool. So Bully Bull is now 2-2 at level 3, which is insane. Paladin really appreciates that. Honestly, Paladin was kind of fine with Bully Bull at 1-2. Kind of fine. It was pretty unplayable still. The fact that it's 2-2 now is very solid. As well as the base damage increased 3-4, which is awesome. As well as it technically increased by an extra 2-2 because it now deals 2 self-damage to you when you shoot it. Because I don't think you want to shoot a lower leveled Bully Bull. It's probably just a bit too much damage to be taking for an orb where you probably have better orbs in your deck. But that's very cool to see. Bully Bull now seems very solid for blend. There are a lot of very cool things you can do with Bully Bull already. And now that it deals self-damage as well, if you've got like 2 or 3 Bully Bulls in your deck and chest piece, Paladin's chest piece is great. It's also a Historian Relic, which sucks. That's really solid, but it is cheaper because it's Historian Relic. That is nice. Best Orb Fence now pierces all enemies, but can only target grounded enemies. Pierces all enemies. Well, okay. Maybe I'll use it now. Best Orb Fence plus Wand of Skulltimate Wrath actually sounds pretty decent now that I'm thinking about it. I actually do kind of like that look at that a lot. But that's just the way how Paladin goes. Everything looks good with Wand of Skulltimate Wrath, right? Warp Hammer? Oh, okay. Warp Hammer is now Swap, right? 4, 6, 8. It's 8 at max level. That's Swap territory. Swap and Balance territory. Okay, nice. So there's another orb that I can look out for high starting shield. Really good for Wand of Skulltimate Wrath. I know I keep listing it, but it is just a very big deal for blend. Because you get double starting shield and double damage, and it's really handy. Warp Hammer also has overflow, so... Oh wow, yeah, it really is just kind of a better swap. Awesome. Angry Tomahawk. Look, maybe it does stuff now. Maybe I should be using it, but I just I can definitely see worlds where you're using it, especially if you've got a monster training active, but I'm just not the biggest believer. Accentuate. It used to deal 4 flat self-damage, I believe. But now you can get 5 in a circle for 5 self-damage. And the stats got reduced slightly, but that's fine. Although one thing I did like about Accentuate is just in case Blan actually still had crits on the board, it still had good crit damage on Blan, which is really nice. Because it's granting you the circle you need for your normal damage, so just having backup good crit damage can be nice. Circe's damage increases from... Oh wow, it flipped. 6, 1, 1, 2, 3 bulwark whenever one of its 3 bulwark whenever one of its old... What? Oh. Essential Oil 5. Musket Joy 4 or 6. Wow. Constricting Chains. Good for gold. As a 6 one. If you can combine this with like Unpretentious Pendant and any multi-bull, any bulwark games. Wow. I like the look of this. This looks very cool. Orban deals damage? Huh? It's possible? So it's basically just +1/+2 at every level. That's actually a pretty big deal. Oh, very interesting. Man, Essential Oil is looking so much better. Protect Orb doesn't deal no damage. Wait, what? It also gives Bulwark when drawn. 4 Bulwark when drawn. You have Ambidextrony? That's insane. That's insane. Oh, Protect Orb in a cheese build as well. Just to... Oh, maybe you can cheese build without the round card. Have enough regen and healing stuff. Very cool. Yeah, wow. I feel like I'm definitely going to be using these sometime soon. This stuff, maybe not so much. I think Warp Hammer I will use probably as well. Buckle Orb no longer pierces all enemies. Yeah, understandable. Buckle Orb piercing all enemies was really good. It was really good. Can target any enemy, stats have been increased. Yep. Overall, this is a net loss, but I'm fine with that. It was very nice to have it piercing all enemies before. A lot of the times if you had like Unpretentious Spender and Insane Circle Scaling, Blood Club is just the easiest PSL for you to find, so having it PSL enemies is really nice. And Training Tab I got nerfed, yep, deserved. 10 to 12. So one thing this does, oh wait, no, you usually have 6. It's 6, not 5, right? You usually get 6 starting bulwark or 5 starting bulwark. Oh, it depends on what crucible level, depending on how many orbs you have in your deck, I suppose. Yep, so you still should get it every other fight, pretty much in Area 1, which is the main part of the nerf I care about. It does just mean the chain is harder to feed into as well, which I think is a good idea. It did kind of feel like Peglin just kind of really wanted to feed into the chain, and that was pretty much all it wanted to do. It's nice I got in that last run then, eh? And then Baladin and Critical Chris have gone from Baladin's pools, which honestly I really like those changes. I think they were really unnecessary for Peglin. Critical Chris especially was just a bit odd. It definitely could be usable, and there are some very cool spots where you have like Aubrey, where you're just like, oh, I can do some Critical stuff here, but like just not worth it. 3 relics have been added to Spinventor's shop only relic pool: Fleece, Perfected Reactant, Hero's Backpack. Granted, I actually did appreciate having Hero's Backpack in the not store only relic pool, I'd say. But probably not enough to the point where I'm too sad about it being the store only relic pool. Also, that does mean these are cheaper. Honestly, I think these are all good changes. Hero's Backpack is perhaps the exception, but those are good. Rubber Absorb now has discard effect. Oh, and the damage got increased. Oh, decreased, never mind. Oh, damn. The damage being decreased does suck, but now that you can discard it, that is very handy. So bouncy Splat Orb and stuff is easier. Bouncing any bouncy Slime Orb is easier, which is a very big deal. It's actually, the fact that you can discard Rubber Absorb is crazy now. Next, Orb stats. Oh, you don't have to upgrade the Activate Orbs to get the discard effect now. Oh, that's such a huge deal. And it's not a 0-1 at level 1. Hold on. Sorry, it capped out at 2-4 before, and now it caps out at 4-8. Wow. I mean, Activate Orb just sounds kind of broken. That's so good. Alright, those are massive changes. Spinventor may have only gotten 3, but those are massive changes. Wow. Can't wait to play all of these classes, honestly. Spinventor is pretty mild changes, but they'll change a lot. Yeah, okay, so Snowballs now keep track from Snowball to Snowball. If you need to hit 16 pegs to upgrade and you hit 15 pegs on your first shot, before you were just kind of screwed, because future Snowballs are just useless, because you only have 1 refresh on the board, so you're just dreaming if you think you're going to get 16 pegs later. But now it keeps track, so Snowballs are so much better, like infinitely better. Like maybe you only need 1 Snowball now to actually make it good. Though I would still recommend a multiple source or an extra Snowball. And then it has an extra 1 to it all levels, which is insane. Snowballs seem very cool now. And having inherent scaling into Area 4 might be really good as well. Really don't know what Area 4 is going to bring. I'm ecstatic to see this. Ecstatic. -2 self-damage from big bombs. Baseline, really nice. That means you can probably walk into Area 4 with more health with Cruci 20 active. It's a huge deal. And ×4 instead of ×3. Look, baseline, I think I'll be taking this more now. I think at the minimum, if this patch did not buff the focus blast damage from at the minimum to 4 times, I would have been very disappointed. They did it. Do I think focus blast is particularly insane now? So in Area 2, your bombs deal 40 damage, they deal 160 damage, 2-shot is 320, whereas before 2-shot would have been 240. That is a huge change. Okay, I can definitely see that. Now that I just ran through the numbers there, it does make a bit more sense. Yeah, for Area 3, that doesn't really matter as much. This is a really nice change. I'm gonna be honest, I do still feel like it is... Oh, Focus Blast, I can reduce self-damage from rigged bombs. More so than the damage multiplier. Just because if you're doing a build that doesn't care about bombs at all, pretty much, just taking a blast passive to reduce self-damage from bombs, by rigged bombs, by -2 is a pretty big deal. That's a bit better than taking the 50 gold option and buying like shock absorbers, right? So I'm happy to see this. I think that it'll definitely see more play. I think it's definitely still not that strong. It's my guess. Crystal Catalyst is just 2 times. I know some people were confused about Crystal Catalyst, so I don't... Sorry, I just read the next line. So I think this was a good change. Well done, stake heal increased from 6 to 10. Now baseline, 6 health was just, oh yeah, I'm losing less health due to Cruci 15 giving them 2 turns per reload. 10 means this is probably still the same thing, but that's not what I care about. No, 10 means if you've got Round Guard or Ambidextrary, it's just plus 10 health per fight pretty much, because you're getting at least 1 proc. Wow, that is very impressive. Very, very impressive indeed. This is going to be a huge change. Boomy versus Historian Relic, that's very nice to see. I think it deserved it for sure. Spinfection increase. Okay. Oh, wait, so if I have Mask of Sorrow, are you telling me it increases by +2? Not sure exactly what this means. I'm not sure if this is specifically talking about something to do with Area 4, or there's, oh, maybe it's just the slime enemy as well. So I think it gets, wow, okay, that's actually a huge change. Spinception before was a really insane Area 1 relic, decent in Area 2, and passable in Area 3. If it actually scales without the debuff stuff now, it's actually way better in the later areas. That's really cool. Critical damage and scaling is now multiplied by 2. This is very cool. I do think that Critical is very much an all or nothing passive, and maybe it's less all or nothing. I think that's probably a good change. Okay, Koban Orb now adds 135 coins when drawn. So you max it out, that's 5 coins when drawn, and then you potentially just discard it. How do I feel about this? As we know, if I've got a reduce, refuse, recycle and like a navigation inflation and I see a bubble, I'll pretty much pick it up all the time because you're going to get your gold back from it. Are you going to get your gold back? I mean, if you're in like Area 1 and you view a level 2 Koban Orb, I feel like that could definitely be worth it. This is very cool. I definitely will consider pick up Koban Orbs now, that's for sure. On draw effects. We know how much I like on drawn effects. They're quite solid. Bramble now gains Overflow at level 2 instead of 3. Alright, solid. Bramble is fine. But having Overflow at level 2 instead of 3 is a big deal. Okay, nice. When I did that Cursed Mask run, and watching the Demon just completely strip my buffs at the start of the match was completely ridiculous, frankly. I'm happy that they fixed it. I definitely needed it. So this is crazy. These next ones are absolutely crazy. Mind blown. Super Sapper now regenerates the pegboard and attacks on the same turn, and the regeneration is reduced from 7 to 5. For some decks, the regeneration actually just caused them to lose. Straight up. So the fact that it's reduced from 7 to 5 means they just don't stand a chance anymore. As well as he gets an attack on that same turn, and it's every 5 turns. Most decks are getting to that turn 5. Most decks are probably getting to that turn 10 then. Because it's happening on turn 5, your next few turns are going to be worse, and then you're probably getting to turn 10, he's going to refresh the board again. This is nasty, and when you combine it with the next part, plus 1k health and plus 25... 1k? Yes. And plus 2500 health on the next level. That is a lot more health. I'm not sure if I would have said that he needed it. He was definitely very scary at Crucible 20. But it does feel like he's pretty frail, I suppose. I really don't hate it, but like, wow. The bar is just that much higher. Those are some huge changes. Okay, talk about huge changes. The Asaurus now gains 1 Circle when you enter the inhaling thing, where it sucks down your peg pretty fast. That's manageable. With multi-bull, definitely pretty brutal. All 3 Circle on Cruci 20. Hello? You take a multi-bull boss relic into that, and you're entering the fire because like he's got like a boom, boom. And the fire's down over here. That's kind of screwed, man. That's just, you're stacking him up with so much Circle, and I presume the fire attack, the multi-attack, actually works with that hit. This is going to be interesting. I don't feel like he's going to be a sandbox boss anymore. Potentially not. He still gives you a lot of damage, and Rubble is still going to be absolutely insane. Oh yeah, the 2 things about this is like Rubble is just insane because squares didn't get touched. Like, if you weren't taking Rubbles enough before, take them now. Maybe they're really bad to Area 4. Maybe they are. But if they deal with the Area 3 boss, they might still just be worth it. Resistance Knight increases by 2 when hit by projectile attacks. Oh my god. He's not quite back to where he was before, but this is a huge change. You can't just bash, bash, bash. I think I lost like 20 or 30 health to Resistance Knight previously. Yeah, that hurts. Instead of 20 or 30 health, it's going to be more like 30 to 50 health. And when I say previously, I mean my last run, I believe it was. In-flight Knights now only attack every other turn, and the damage has been increased from 4 to 6. In-flight Knights. Flight Knights. Oh wait. Is that the is that crossbows? Crossbows only attack every other turn. Oh my god. Oh wow. If this is crossbows, this is a huge... I'm going to presume it's crossbows. Wow, that's crazy. And the mages are 3 every turn, so... My god. Wow, it's not just like you enter a fight and there are 3 crossbows and you're just dead. Awesome, this changes 200 to 600 as well. I really like this change. I think honestly this was definitely what needed to happen. Awesome. Malevolent Portress now creates Spinfection pegs when defeated. These pegs apply Spinfection 1 to you. So if you just spam bomb them, you don't just immediately die. Like before you'd have really good AoE and you would just die because you get like 20 Spinfection on you really fast. But now you can aim away from the Spinfection pegs, which is nice. It's not just, oh I have these passes so I just die into Malevolent, sorry what's it called? Peglin of Imagination potentially. Now you're actually still fine. Flying Sapper minions damage reduced from 30. Speed increase though, that's crazy. Man, Super Sapper is just getting so many buffs, eh? So many buffs. It's actually really scary. Like that's so fast. Before it was slow enough to where you could just rely on rigged bombs killing it. Now you might actually have to look at it. And the board is regenerating every 5 turns instead of 7 turns. Wow, Crucible 20 is a lot less forgiving, eh? A lot less forgiving. We do have a lot of player buffs though, so maybe it'll still just be fine. I do think that these are probably good changes by the way. Like these are big deals, very big deals. The Area 3 bosses are being buffed quite a bit, and like some elites like Resistance Knight, which honestly I also don't hate. He was not too hard, especially for round rule. But yeah, no, like stuff like this is definitely a big deal. Reducing the damage though, I really like that, because on Cruci 19, some Flying Sapper minions could spawn in earlier battles, which spawned way too close to you. Although, actually no, the speed would be enough that they would get to you in 1 turn and then detonate. So the damage being reduced is just good. Added some additional enemies to the easy one with a ton of bombs. Okay, cool. This is probably just really nice to see. Awesome. The flickering pegs in, oh my god. I am so pleased to see this. So I believe that because it's the flickering one, this is the fight that I talked about so much in Area 3, which you can get immediately, which is just so hard. I've literally lost runs to getting that as my first fight. Just because either I'll straight up die, or I'll take like 80 health loss. Just because I can't deal with it. I just can't kill him before he's going to walk through 2 of the slime globs, get all of them a circle, and I just don't have the damage to kill him before he's dealt a ton of damage to me. Additional pegs and regular bombs added to the mines, lots of sappers battle. I think this is really good. I've also just had runs and because I just haven't been able to get enough damage here. And there's just so much health loss on that fight, especially if you're taking 1 hit. More pegs added to the forest moving pegs battle. This is awesome. It's also a bit hard to get damage on that fight, but this wasn't necessary, but I think this was a really good change. The Mines Invisible Mini-Boss fight now has an additional enemy. Enemies in that fight have a little bit more health. Okay, very cool. Before you kind of do just AoE spam through your way through the fight, so this is nice. Oh my god, this is huge. And then these are both Crucible 19 changes, which if you've heard me doing Crucible 20 runs recently, a lot of the time I'll talk about Crucible 19 adding in really tough enemies. And it sounds like that's going to be much harder. So can no longer add many hard enemies at once, which is huge. In Area 2 specifically, there were some fights where I was just getting completely overwhelmed by what I believe were in-flight knights. Getting extra spawns with meat shields, on behind shields, like it's just miserable. So that's nice. And then Night Knights, the dudes with way more health than you expect. Way more health, their movement speed is good, and they actually hit pretty hard. So them not spawning, them spawning less in Area 3 is really nice. And it can't spawn in the easier fights at all. That is a huge deal. I remember there was a fight where it was an easy fight, and I got Night Knight, and I just lost like 40 health, and I was just like, wow, that was a big change. Oh wow, this is some cool stuff here. As with what I'll usually do for the bug fixes, I'm just going to go through these and then I'll highlight some of the big ones. A lot of good changes, but these 3 in particular are pretty awesome. Fix the chandeliers it's very hard to see their status effects that they have on them. It's actually a really nice change. Fixed Resistance Knight getting completely destroyed by Transparency. Before it just didn't scale, which I actually did notice. I wasn't sure if that was due to Transparency, but it was. So now Transparency isn't as strong, which is good because, especially with Glass Half Full buff, the Resistance Knight probably did just need that buff before, didn't it? But this bug fix was obviously also necessary, otherwise the buff up there wouldn't actually change anything. And then this one was also huge. Small change to the Stump Spider Pegboard to make a bomb easier to hit, because there are 3 bombs down there, and if you can get in there and hit them, then that's great, but it's really hard to do that. Let's jump right into a run. I do have something I need to say about the game version that I'm playing on though. Fresh Bandana, Cookie, both from insane. It kind of sucks to turn down one or the other, but I've definitely just got to take a Fresh Bandana. Just very, very solid. Oh, that's different. Different tint there, that's pretty awesome. Let's see what kind of flavor we've got. Triple Elite. Okay. Triple Elite, early store, second store. I don't have a lot of gold to work with. Oof, that was a lot more damage than I would have liked. 45 gold is just nothing to work with. As I mentioned, it's just nothing to work with. I also want to prioritize question marks this run, just because I think there are more new stuff in question marks than there are for fights. I do need to make sure to get as much gold as possible. I really want to... I should be at 100. I think I can manage 130. But 130 doesn't really matter all too much because I have the second store, so I doubt I'll be buying... Actually, I'm just not buying the remove simply. In that case, it's just 120 that I care about, but more so, I just want to get as much gold for the store afterwards. Because obviously we're going to get the 100 gold. No doubt in my mind about that, but... I'm fine to lose health here. Or maybe not. It's fine. Just need gold is all. Or abrasion. Would have been amazing to get that earlier last run, but it didn't end up working out all too well once I did have it. Hopefully this... They made it a bit easier to get bombs on this map. I think it's this bomb right here. I think this one's the easy one to hit. We will remember to retarget as well. 100 damage is close, yeah. Damn. Alright, and then let's get some good damage here. So one thing I wanted to say about the game version that I'm playing on. I believe the patch is actually for an experimental version of the game. I'm not sure when we are actually getting the main version of the game, but I'm actually currently playing on the experimental version. So to do this, you open up Peglin on Steam as per normal. I do want to open up the gold over there, grab that refresh. Okay, sure, that's fine. Go to open up Peglin as normal, but instead click on the settings on Peglin, and then properties, and then game versions and betas, and then you can select experimental. That's how I did it, and I'm not sure when you would be able to play with the new stuff, including Area 4 until then. I feel like it's an official enough release that I'm going to be playing on it. It looks like a lot of fun, and I've been waiting for a while, and it definitely seems like a lot of fun. 115, bit more gold there. So there's navigation inflation. There's only one question mark. Yeah, I think I really want the House of Slime as well. There's only one question mark, so holding the gold is not that valuable. And House of Slime is just really good in Area 3 in some fights, and so I'm kind of expecting it to also be very good in Area 4. Let's try and get this kill. I really do need the extra gold after all. 200 damage. Ooh, so much less than I would have liked. Oh, hopefully we can get 3 bombs to get the kill. That sounds like it's asking for a bit too much, doesn't it? Although, that works too. Awesome. I really did want that kill. A very big deal. Unfortunately, we do have Fresh Bandana for this map. Of course, refreshing is pretty good for making sure that you're not going to hit the bombs. It's also pretty good at giving you your damage back, which is very appreciated, you know? It's definitely very nice. Just sometimes, it's definitely also not only upside. So, if I can get to 100 gold, that would be sick. Due to sprouting some investment, that may be easier. As long as I get past 80, right? That should be it. Pretty much. A bit further than that, though, I think. Getting that Rainbow Slime was just huge, though, because now I just don't need the guaranteed fight next time. And a question mark. I can not get one, and I'll be fine. Or potentially get one and have more gold to work with. That would also be great. Let's head inside. Awesome. I wasn't sure if this was going to get a crit. I was pretty sure I was going to head inside, but just in case I didn't, I think it was worth not shooting. We lost a bit of health there, but that's fine. 94 as well. Philosopher's Stone, Molyflower, Primal Frost. All these are really good. I think I might play Lip for Leaf Thrust later. I'm pretty sure we're getting 3 boss passives, aren't we? Which is just like absolutely ridiculous. Molyflower's great though, and Primal Frost. I think I'll just play Free Philosopher's Stone. It's probably likely we're not assembling a Molyflower comp after all. Probably a fair statement. Oh, actually, I have Naviflation, so I should try and grab some gold here. It's a pretty big boost. It's not a misnavigation yet. Remove all orbs. At this stage, that is actually worth it. Dangerous, but worth it. Just means I don't have to remove any orbs later on, and potentially I could just cheese. Would be nice. I do need to get... Oh, enhanced. That's a great news. Do need to get some money here, so let's just let's just do this, shall we? Awesome, I got enough gold. 153. It is perfect. 30 gold. That dropped down massively. So as I guess the 25 to 40 range, which was a very safe guess. I would be happy with 40. I was hoping for 30. It is 30. It is very impressive, honestly. Very impressive indeed. So yeah, this is just fine. This is perfectly acceptable. Gloves might have been nice as well, but I'm very fine with that. My AoE powers are now just very good. My greed powers are great. And honestly, that was one of the things I really wanted to focus down this run. Because as long as I got good greed in the earlier areas, should just make it that much easier in the later areas. We are going to lose a fair chunk of health here. That's fine. Perfectly acceptable. Awesome. That's fine. Now I think we get another kill here, don't we, actually? We just get that much damage? Not quite yet. But I do get it now. Awesome. I didn't lose too much health for this plant spite. And I'm hearing the new gold sound effect as well. Full Hazard, Infernal, Balestra, Infectious Sting. The newly buffed Infectious Sting. 9 total. Yeah, so it's basically like Toil and Trouble, really. Not bad. Fleece, Spiffy, Crit. We'll just take Fleece. We don't have Mollyflower to go along with it, but that is fine. If I'm going to do a crit build, then that's going to be amazing. Currently looking really solid, that's for sure. I do not have like Round Guard or anything fancy like that. That would be nice. I'm sure that Enhance will make magic happen. Well, maybe a bit too much magic, actually. Yeah, a bit too much magic, but that's fine. After all... Oh, yeah, nice, I got the bomb here. Cool. I have access to bombs. Can just find the rest of the damage easily enough. My health is definitely getting rather low, but that should also just be fine. After all, my greed is exceptional so far. Replenish Orb. Does this grant me... really grant me that much gold back, does it? If it did, I would have... Can we not? Yeah, thank you. I would have definitely bought it. I would take that upgrade as well. Hopefully we get something interesting for just... Actually, that does work. There we go. Hopefully we get an interesting orb in this elite fight, because I don't have the most health to work with anymore. This should be fine. Yep, awesome. Really good shot there. And as we know with Ouroboros, it's just the first shot that counts. As long as you get a good shot one. I missed the refresh, but that's fine. Nice, and we're getting the fleece value as well. Just so much damage. Nosabatu is just insane here. Very nice to see. I will chuck an upgrade on it. Only one though. Alchemist Cookbook, short stack, Criticus. 2 times your orb's crit damage. Wow. That does sound tempting, doesn't it? Especially with fleece. I'll take Cookbook though. Just the safest bet here. Awesome, plus 20 gold. Definitely need the extra gold. It's so ominous, isn't it? 1, 2, probably not gonna hit a crit, but I will shoot it anyway. Just in case. Yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Grab those refreshes, shall we? Alright, hopefully this is a big hit. We do have Alchemist Cookbook for this fight though, so we are just in a solid spot. Helps a ton for this fight after all. An absolute ton. Really good stuff. Just smashing my way through them. Go for that shot. No reason I shouldn't have just shot straight for the refresh, but I wanted to get fancy apparently. That Orb is very good. Very good indeed. I'll do one upgrade, how about that? Alright, nice. Machuska Shell, one's got him at Wrath, don't really have the healing for that. Electro Pegnet, Machuska Shell. It really could be Haggling Statue here. Maybe it actually works really well. No, let's just try it. It's... Oh. I will totally prove my worth. Enemies will gain Circle 1 every other time you fire. Next act, whenever you add an orb, you must remove a non-purple orb. That's insane. Oh, that's perfect. Add 2 Horribles to your deck, but all owned Horribles are destroyed at the end of the act. That's rather annoying. I have a very small deck. Alright, so this is the new thing. Awesome. This is all fine. Like, I'm honestly fine with all of this. This one is just insane though. Free removals is so good. Wow. Definitely just the best hit. Circle of Life, that one's definitely unfortunate. It's just really bad. It's kind of cool if you have all owned horribles are destroyed at the end of the act. Wait, that's insane. Oh my god, it's kind of bad, but if you're playing Cruci 20, you just get to remove your horribles from your deck. That's awesome. This one's really good though. Really, really good. Awesome, and it goes there. Did not get as many stores as I would have liked, that's for sure. Jupiter, Nosferatu. It could have been worse. Nosferatu. Jupiter's probably really good actually. Yeah, that's actually probably pretty solid. Good stuff. That was still always so bad. Boring line. But I suppose I will be taking it. Did not open up my navigation well, did I? Fine. Potentially. Might not be fine, I suppose. Does mean I get good navigation inflation value, which is something, I suppose. I want to, yes, awesome. Oh, the controlled bounce there, and then, oh my god. Got so much gold for that, didn't I? Alright, the Juplop's pretty sick. This Ouroboros is gone from my deck. And then I'll remove the Nosferatu next. I'm gonna get free removes from my absolutely incredible... Like, this is just insane for me. So good. I might not actually end up adding an orb to my deck, though. That might be the only downside. But this is really, really nice to see. A lot of the time, though... Well, you get to remove your starting orb, you get to remove your terrible for free. I mean, that already sounds pretty good. Very pleased with that. So, in Area 1, removing a terrible is just probably a no-go, right? Just probably just remove the pebble a lot of the time. Sounds fine. I'm interested to find more of these. They're just for every single relic so far as well, not specifically like boss relics. Cool. Now inflation, so let's grab a tiny bit more because it's going to get multiplied. Nice. So nice to be accessing gold here. Brick slime boxes. Alright, that's a name change. It's also highlighted there as we can clearly see. Oh my god, they buffed this fight. Huge buff, huge buff. Honestly, I just love this. This is just great. I think this change was honestly kind of necessary. This was a really rough map before, and it just feels like Area 2 is just a lot less punishing. Like before, it really was just like, you had to set yourself up for Area 2 so much more. Like, this looks like such a fun map now, doesn't it? You definitely still can get kind of screwed on refreshes though. Like, we've got 3, and yet we still weren't in the best position at the end there, were we? Very awesome. This does seem really good. Does seem really good. If I add it, I get to remove something. So I want to test out this new orb. Remove an orb, forced removal on the Ouroboros is great. We'll grab the Nosferatu next time. Since we have an extra Nosferatu in our deck. The Jupiter is nice. The other one, less so. So now any multi-ball we pick up is just significantly better. That's just really nice to get. I do like the multi-ball. It's not as amazing as, like, say, a Majuska Shell, but just a little bit of illusion, that might work. Might be very, very nice indeed. Let's just fully regen, shall we? I imagine things will just work out there. Awesome. Yep, part of the other problem with the Nosferatu is the echo becomes a lot worse. Which I definitely do like the echo. But I can have the Jupiter Orb and the Double Trouble as the real orbs in my deck, that's for sure. Rubble, I do think that picking up a Rubble for helping you out in Area 3 is going to be a pretty big deal for Crucible 20. Because the boss fights in Crucible 20 that got a lot harder were the fights that Rubble is really good into. And Rubble is just amazing, you just feel like you probably definitely want to be using it. And this is so cool. Enjoying this so much. So these guys now shoot every other shot. You'll notice this guy hasn't shot me, but instead he will do... He doesn't deal anything. He's dead. He will do 6 damage. I'm just trying to grab a bit of gold here. Nothing too extreme. Yeah, awesome. I'm just so stacked. Beautiful. I even have collusion. Just to top things off. I might end up adding another orb to my deck. I'll wait until that store minimum. Pinch oil might be fine. 30 gold as well, so I'm just fine to buy it. Hive Turtle is great. Ambidextrony is great because I have 2 Nosferatus in my deck. Dumbo I don't want to take because I've got Fleece. The Sling, absolutely useless. So we'll just spend 30 gold on this. Nice, we should just be at infinite gold now. For sure. 117 each time. Free removal is handy. So I'm happy to remove... Yeah. I'm perfectly happy to do this. Because let's be honest, if I do find an orb that's worthwhile adding to my deck, I'm actually just fine to trade for it. Mask of Joy, very solid. Pincer Maneuver, don't think I'll need it. Maybe it's good in Area 3. I have pretty good AoE powers with my bombs, but maybe I do need a Pincer Maneuver as well. Flaunty Gauntlets, Mask of Joy is just too good to turn down, right? I actually have a lot of Illusion Gen here. I'm not trying to greed off of navigation inflation, I just need to go to the store. Alright, big deal, 1-6. They're both big deals. Let's do that one. I want to get them upgraded though. This should be good fun. Yep, so I'm fighting this infection boss who did get changed actually. The paintings now spawn text on the board when they die, which is cool. We just need one bomb and then they're dead. Yep, awesome. That means I can get navigation inflation value on the right. That works, sure. And we just have so much gold to work with, it's crazy. So I don't need to buy any more gold relics. That doesn't mean that I won't though. I also have Occlusion, so I'll just max it out for free. One of the nice things about Occlusion, that's why I think it's like 30 gold for Occlusion. It's probably just going to be a bargain. This sounds great. Man, this I got really lucky. This no availability is so good. So good. Talk about so good. Just grab that stuff. I can try and play Fortification. It seriously could work. Like, I have all the stuff I need for it. I really don't want any of this stuff though. The Buckle Orb, sure. Look, I have amazing Bulwark stuff for it. 4 every 10. I just don't think that's it. Maybe if I got the on-roll one. Did I take Ambidextrony? I turned it down, didn't I? Yep. Alright, so remove. Very happy with my deck, really. Very solid. Got more than enough damage. I'll just shoot this if I want damage after all. It was pretty good damage, and then the Echo just follows up. That's all I need. All I need. Yep, so Evolution is going very high. That is very cool. So Spin Infection Pegs are on the board? Yeah, so Stupid Orb is really good at popping them, but like if I just shoot this, just a normal shot, it just doesn't really hit the Spin Infection Pegs, which means I just get one and it decays, which is amazing. Like, it's so good to just be able to do that. So when I shoot it another time. Do I want the Nosferatu in my deck? I kind of don't have access to healing. It's very silly to remove it, right? Yep. Yep. Awesome, and then we'll just double trouble, finish you off. I do not care about all of the Spin Infection Pegs that I will be hitting. And I really like that Spin Infection Peg change. It's very cool. Dr. Orb. Just none of these are worth it. I do get to remove the Nosferatu from... I can swap the Nosferatu for a Dr. Orb. I think that's worth it. Awesome, so we have Status Symbol here. Man, that is a lot of Evolution. That sounds like a lot of fun, honestly. I kind of just want to do that. I did turn down the Multi-Flower though, which does kind of suck. Go for Gold is very good with Double Trouble. Very good. Definitely tempts me. I think I just want the Status Symbol though. I've got so many crits on the board. And it gives me the multiplier as well. This sounds really good. And like, yeah, this other stuff doesn't really sound all that worth it. Status Symbol's just pretty good. Again, sure. Next attack, enemies will gain 5% of their max health in bulk every turn, sure. Start the next attack by fighting a mini-boss from... Oh, no rewards. I was going to say this is great, but no rewards. Purchases will cost some HP instead of gold. Okay. So, I have infinite gold, so this one's slightly unfortunate. This one, if I can't outpace it, it would be problematic. But I have Filibuster, so I'm not too worried about it, right? Max health in bulk every turn. Okay. Interesting. These ones were definitely worse. But do I lose the Anvil now? Oh, it's inactive. Okay, cool. I'm not actually gaining a benefit for it, which is something I did surmise. Yeah, okay, wow, that's so noticeable. Just look at this map. I complained about it so much, I'm happy to see that it did get changed. We should be able to get a ton of damage here. Boom, awesome. Yeah, it's such a huge change, it really is. Alright, my Evolution gains is very impressive as well. Although I will say 140 shielding every turn is kind of nasty. I might actually just lose here. It's actually a really good... A really cool effect. I don't really have the damage to support it yet. But... yeah, not having the scaling definitely sucks, eh? I still do have a fair chunk of damage. Oh, I missed the crit. That's really bad news. Double discard there, awesome. I get the dodge because of course I do. We've just rolling in Bulwark. That is one thing that we can indeed do very well. 0-2, yeah, just no scaling is very unfortunate here, isn't it? Don't have any debuffing as well. Very unfortunate. Oh wow, no crit again. Very interesting. I'll go for a split shot, just try and randomly hit a crit rather than aiming towards anything in particular. I think that was definitely the critical. Now let's shoot our Echo Orb, awesome. Shoot over there. Or maybe not. Okay. Boom, lots of damage, and then this should finish things off, or maybe not because I did not shoot the double. I accidentally discarded it. Oh my, oopsies. I really did mean to shoot it there. That might cost me. I don't really care about the health cost though. I'm going to definitely pick up scaling, that's for sure. A ballad will do. Ballad will do. I think glass apple will also do. It's pretty awesome. I don't need it, but it's pretty awesome. So I'll do it. New glass half wall is insane. It's also so much transparency. Actually, you know what? It is definitely worth it. I will also pick up the ballad and I will also max it. Any extra finesse right now is just huge. Alright. Very cool. This one is definitely interesting. A lot of the time it should be fine. You know, a lot of the time you should just be able to do it and it's totally fine. Sometimes you will definitely run into problems. Much as we have done. Alright, so you're just done. Sorry. You didn't stand a chance. Oh, I didn't do damage. Well, let's get to it again, shall we? Try not to hit a crit. Oh well, I hit a crit, so you're dead. Damn it. I wanted to use transparency to just cheese the win, but that's fine. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. Man, I could do a lot of stores. Oh wait, yeah, I can. Awesome. Wow, this is very cool. So many stores. Really good area 3 for me. Really, really good. Refresh perspective. I think that the wording on that changed. I definitely want sand arrows though. Sounds very fun. Who knows, maybe it's even good into area 4. Tactical treat decoy orb. Tactical treat might be the play here. I have brown guard, don't I? I distinctly recall hearing no damage taken. Or did I turn down a round guard? I have ambidextrous, not round guard. That's what I'm being confused with. I think I'll take tactical treat. I believe in the tactical treat. I still should have more than enough gold for all of the stores that I intend to go to. Alright, the first time you... Oh, this one is insane. So good. Talk about insane, so good. Okay, nice. I was almost worried for a moment there, but it does seem like we're in a pretty solid spot now, doesn't it? Alright, so this is my damage. I guess Jupiter Orb is the worst. Actually, the Echo What's up, pool is cool. It really is just the double, isn't it? All of these orbs are cool though. I'm just going to keep them in my deck because they're cool orbs. I don't need to have a small, consistent deck. It's fine to just not. Now, that was really nice though. 647 gold. It's definitely not as much as would expect. Can heal up whenever I want as well. Well, do we get a dodge? It's just so insane. We're up to 230, like that's just so good. Then we get to do this. Oh, it's not doubled. But I have status symbol. Huh? That not count as status. What just? Huh? Oh wait, no, it did. It did pierce through. They all have 17. Okay, awesome. Nice. I need to get the shock absorber maxed out. What I need to do. I do lose health in my rig bombs currently, and I can just not. I should also be investing all of my gold into max HP ASAP. Wool Chicken Smoke Mod is very good here. Fresh is also good, but yeah, Smoke Mod is just extremely solid. I do want that. That's fine, that's fine. Didn't need it. Randomly remove half your orbs or grab a mirror orb. Sure, I will take the mirror orb. Awesome, it's fine. I would be fine to do either one there, that's for sure. Cool stuff, 765 gold should be more than enough. Strange Brute, yep, sure. We just got access to so much, haven't we? Plus Infinity Gold, yep, 144 is so much. Clear the Way. Yeah, we'll just take Clear the Way. Don't know how many fights there'll be in Area 4 after all. And I don't need the max HP boosts. Gardener's Gloves, when I have a Nox Vital in my deck, that's pretty useful. Pressure Course as well. Oh, Pocket Sand as well. Like, just some very solid stuff here. Good to see. I will take the... Yeah, let's take it. I think I want the mirror gone. Don't actually want my deck being duped. Plus Apple is definitely significantly less valuable now. But I'm still fine to keep it. I'm not going to play on hard mode. And I don't want the thing either. I do want more crits on the board, for sure. Heavy Shaft Potion. Crits also refreshes insane. 20 Illusion every time I trigger a crit is also insane though. Realistically, I do kind of have enough refreshing power, don't I? Can I just greed more with the dodges? If I get Dodgy Dagger, that's so good. I should probably just be responsible and take 3 additional refreshes. Yep, for sure I should. Awesome, I forgot about the Orbit story proc that I was going to get. Super Boots is somehow not on my list. Yeah, so I guess I just won't take it. It's fine. I didn't need it. Oh my god. 28 Illusion every time I dodged. That's really good. It was 13. I thought it said 30 on the patch notes. Oh, I see. That is fine. I will pick that. I'll just pick up all of these, right? See no downsides. Definitely, I'm very fine with my deck. I don't know what Area 4 is going to throw at me, but I have access to a lot of stuff. Like, I have anti-reflect as well, which is pretty nice to have. So let's just shoot... What am I shooting first? Go shoot this first. I just need the stats from it, and then I'll shoot real shots. Alright, awesome. Rigged bombs time. There we go. That should get them. Just dodging every hit from now on. Just nothing they can do about it, and then I just simply hit a crit. Hitting a crit means aiming like this. Oh wait, I already enter Area 4 on full health. Never mind. Forgot about that part. Oh, they do gain a lot of shielding though. It is definitely noticeable. Let's shoot the Jupe Dog. Have some fun. Even if we don't hit a crit, that is perfectly fine. Yep, awesome. 5.3 illusion, that is awesome. Okay. So we have a new little animatic for going to this screen. I have so much stuff, I don't actually get an Area 4 boss relic. That one's expiring now, which is good. Area 3 boss relic. Yes, rumbles deep below. Be warned, the foes ahead won't play fair. Will you venture into the radius core? Okay. Interesting. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Accept challenge. Okay, so I do get a boss vessel potentially. I need that max HP increase. Honestly, I think a rubber is probably wise. Potentially also a ballad again is wise. Just add that, max that out. I think another ballad might be wise. It is just a lot of finesse for me, but I'll pass. I do get another boss vessel. Okay, very big deal. I don't want to take constricting chains. I really want to aim. Deal 2 times damage, but downgrading, upgrading, lose refreshes. Make me right. Definitely thanks to the lovely heavy shaft potion I just picked up. Defresh potion is just really solid here. I'm ready. Okay. 1 elite, 1 store, 1 chest. I one of everything. Okay. I was kind of expecting something like this. I wasn't expecting another full area. So 6k. Okay. I don't have recom yet as well, which terrifies me. 6k. I'm listening. This is a really good map for getting damage though. Rubble is definitely a very good tool. We of course have the multiplier from Lease as well. It's pretty good here, isn't it? Alright. Almost camped out there blind. It doesn't seem like they have an attack yet. Let's just grab some more illusion, shall we? Yep, we just get so much damage thanks to Chris Melissa's fleece and our lovely finesse scaling. Okay. The easiest fight, but I don't know how hard they hit, so maybe it actually is pretty easy because I've got blind capped on them. Awesome stuff, 23. Now the shock absorber is well stacked, although the shock absorber doesn't actually gain much benefits from fleece. But this is just a really good map for damage. Like, really good map. It's very similar to the one in Area 2. Okay, so there are some fights in Area. This is so interesting. I do not need more gold, but I will try and get some, sure. Alright, question mark 205. Thank you for... Okay. Okay. Will you face your final foe? Would you like a boost? Max HP by 20. Boost up to 3 orbs to remove. Add 1 of 3 rare relics. 3 orbs to remove is insane. This is a nice option, but yeah, we're definitely just going to go with that. Here is Backpack, Dupe Station, Echo Chamber. Echo Chamber, if I had a thinner deck, would be just so insane. I could go Echo 110. That'd be great, but I will just stick with Dupe Station. Presence with strength. Okay, awesome. It's a really good event to get. I think there's only 1 event in the area, that's my guess. Stacked Orbicus, Bombulate. Stacked Orbicus just to give me some more percentage-based damage is great. Let's grab the extra chest, shall we? Bag of orange pegs. Ooh. 4 pounds is also nice, but I think it's definitely just bag of orange pegs. 6 pounds, sorry. I really want the extra multipliers. A dodgy dagger would be great, although I'm not sure if I can get dodges, eh? No dodgy dagger for me, okay. This store is doubled. I do not have one to Scott and Roth. Agreed, this is just doubled. Okay, expensive. I really should just remove some of the orbs in my deck because they're just not meant to be there. I will pick up anything that will add damage. Maybe he had shields to board, that would be nice. I gained so much shielding from them after all. Oh wow, I'm just going to buy that passive just so I go over a page. Third page. Awesome, in a normal run, thanks to the power of Area 4. So Jupiter Orb or Double Trouble, which one's worse? Pretty happy with both of them. I've kind of got all my avenues covered with this deck, don't I? I'm just happy with all of them. I really should remove an all, but I like them all. I've just no clue what's waiting for me. Alright, so we've got more of different enemies, I think that is. I'll just stack up for the first shot. Not too worried about this guy. It doesn't really look like he's ready to attack me. Even if he is. Okay, he's moving towards me, okay. I was not expecting that, I'm going to be honest. That should bounce over to the crit, right? No, it does not. Okay, that's fine. I don't need it to crit. Right, he is attacking me. 5k intangible. Okay, so they get an extra 5k health every other turn. That is very noticeable, for sure. Very big deal. Also, those are fires. They probably hurt. Or potentially stack them up, which is also not ideal. But we have a lot of damage here. A lot of damage incoming. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Good dodges, good dodges. Alright, dupe station shot. Rubble, let's see how you fare with this. Now, Rubble is definitely just really good in this map so far. About as good as I expect. Stop it. No, 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 no sucking me. What is happening? Decoy orb to stop them from sucking me might have been nice. What is this? Heal or take self-damage. Enemies with spin intertwined. Heal or take damage. Oh, so I can do self-damage. Alright. So they're now intertwined with me. So if I shot Nosferatu, they'd take some damage. Let's just grab Infinity Transparency on them. It's actually really helpful in a fight like this. It gives me a multiplier on the back ones. I've got so much debuff application. Yep, actually really good. There should be a ton of damage. Right, so it's intertwined. Got it. Nice dodges. It's a big shame I don't have Dodgy Dagger. I would have really enjoyed that. Let's try and finish off this fight. Yeah, shall we? We should just be able to get a lot of damage. Yep. And Transparency should help you. Okay. Oof. Man. Very interesting fights. This is an elite fight, so I get Poke Mod. Awesome. I want to try that. It sounds like fun, but I'm actually really scared because I just noticed that my bombs do not regen. Which means I am just losing permanent progress on the map. But I only have 123 health. I feel like I could be better set up for this. Interesting. This is baseline. This is just not a good map. Very cool. Oh, 600,000. Okay. Very interesting. There are also some kind of special pegs on the map. Ah, I see. 5 turns until he does something is what I'm expecting. Ah, this might not be a win. Black holes? 4. This is very scary for sure. I'm very worried. Yep, 3, okay. I'm getting the message and I'm not liking it. Maybe he's just setting up. I'm setting up too. I can do some cool shots. Man, so you really want multipliers, eh? Right, fires, yeah, he's definitely setting up. Transparency, I really don't need anything more. 500. Suppose this will be Jupiter. Interesting. 3-4 is not going to be easy, is it? Wasn't expecting it to be, but this sure is something. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Am I just dead here? Ah, you've broken the pegboard. I see. So you have... Okay. 100 times my amount of healing. Infection. Okay, and that's a lot of intangible. Very interesting. Let's just look at this map. Right, so he's in phase 2. I definitely need to try and kill him before phase 1. Imagine that is an achievement. I do just need to stack up more. Like, I did kind of want to shoot this orb, so I will. But I really just need to stack up. That's him taking 999 every time I hit the eyeball. It's decent. Yep, good dodge, good dodge. I have a lot of illusion. Quite a bit. Alright, very hard to get damage on this map. Probably is definitely less useful. Good dodge, good dodge. 100 blind helps, you know. I can't see the damage of this orb. So 936. It's pretty decent. I do want some extra crits. My max health is just depleted. I suspect that's not coming back. That's my guess. I suspect that if I hit this crit right here, which would refresh and grant me health back on Cookie, that it would not work. Yes. Alright, so cannot just expect to chill here and be fine. Got it. That's fine, that's fine. I'm scaling. Lower than I'd like, apparently, I think. Yeah. We might be dodging... Oh, right. No, he's just bypassing the delusion nonetheless. Okay, we definitely lose here. For sure. Guess I can spam this middle thing a lot. 9 damage per hit, I suppose, is actually a lot. So Constricting Chains would have been very good, right? Yep. A lot of damage though. I can infinitely multiply, that would be nice. Don't know how possible that is, especially with him just constantly doing that. It's just not healthy. A really interesting fight. I've got a lot to learn, that's for sure. I'm interested to try all kinds of builds into this. I like how shielding works. It does seem like he's well poised to deal with turtle builds. Because turtle builds usually do just work amazingly into Area 3 and stuff. But it definitely was something I was considering bringing in. I would expect it to do pretty well. Talk about I would expect it to do pretty well. It does seem like Rubble still just performs exceptionally well. Unfortunately, it's exceptionally well enough, eh? Yep, my max health is just being depleted. It does not look like it's dropping any faster than normal though. It is a constant rate. Which means just super stacking max HP works. I wonder if it also works with... What does popping the big pegs do? Interesting. This is definitely a very hard fight. I'll... You know, Rubble definitely is still very good, that's for sure. Oh, no crit. Wow. Okay. Do still want more Spinets, don't I? Bit of a shame because it does come at a kind of a high cost. Unfortunately, my time is not infinite here. I'm very happy I was increasing my max HP. Wool Chicken just became so much better as well, didn't it? Oh, so it's 11 per, so I have 7 more turns of that. Okay, it's feasible. Ooh, no additional crits. Unfortunate. Shock Absorber scaling at this stage is 95, not bad, not bad. My Illusion is still just enough, the blind is still stacking up. Multiplier X will do damage. Oh my god, see, he's getting multi-hit as well. That is spooky. It's definitely spooky. Interesting. Oh, it's not 11 each time. What's it based on? I'm unsure, but I... Definitely don't need more transparency on him, do I? Okay, so you actually have a lot more time than I expected in this fight. Obviously I've got some amazing dodging capabilities. Oh, we're both on like half health pretty much. It is nice. Oh no, I need a crit. 88 Spin Perfection is cool. Also not enough. Also, leaf combo's not quite as strong in this fight as well. Oh man. There's only so much spamming the middle guy actually matters though, right? So how much health do you drain here? 11. I think I need to pop these big pegs. Isn't that what's deciding how big his suck is? That's the one attack I really do care about. I just need to keep on dealing with them. Oh, I took a hit. Oh, yeah, no, let's not do that. Want to get up there, pop that peg, awesome. Okay, good stuff. Tube station is when? Not for a while, okay, got it. This? Not quite, eh? Ow. See what Duplo can do. Oh, the black holes are back. Do not. I liked it when they were gone. 200. I think he wins this race. I really do think he does. 31k intangible. Wow, it's a big number. It's a very big number, isn't it? I think all of these give different benefits, which is this one's Circle benefit. This is what's the sword benefit? I can't really tell. Let's just pop this, get this out of the way. Okay, so definitely need to hit the different eyes. Fine. Really don't think I can make this fight though. Okay, good to know what's actually good into this fight and stuff. Keeping stuff like the glass half pool was definitely a troll. I kind of expected it would be, but I wanted to play with the new orb, sue me. Okay, very interesting. Man, I can't wait to try more of this. I really can't because... Oh my god, why am I discarding my highest damage orb? Because damage doesn't really matter, does it? The only thing that really matters is... Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. I'd prefer it if you wouldn't do that. Hopefully the multi-ball orb does pretty well here. Looked like it did pretty well. Oh my god, the explodable. Oh my god, I really did think I was going to lose that. Awesome, hello. How are you going, I? I've clicked. I destroyed it. Amazing. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So that's area 4. Very, very cool. As I said, this is the experimental version. So if you want to play it, you are going to have to activate that. I'm just going to let the credits roll. Awesome. Honestly, that really wasn't that good of a run. I was missing... Like, Crit Crest would have been amazing. Turning down that Crit Crest was probably silly. Recon was the kind of thing I was going for. My scaling towards the end was very... just not good enough. I definitely brought orbs that I shouldn't have into area 4. Nosferatu could have gone for my deck, that would have been fine. Health was actually just fine there. 20 max HP is really valid in that final fight, isn't it? It's actually really quite good. Thank you for playing, yes. It was a lot of fun. I do get my run summary, don't I? Awesome. I don't know what that orb is, but I'm happy to test it out, and of course I got the 2 new ones. Very cool. What is this? The mirror orb? No, I removed the mirror from my deck. Now that's gonna be something new, cool. Wow. Oh, look how stacked that was. Okay. Wow. Still just trying to take everything in. Alright, so new glass half ball, very, very cool. I liked that a lot. Ballad worked out well thanks to my status symbol. Double Trouble was actually really good. It performed well. Other stuff's definitely going to perform better than it. Rubber especially was okay. So Rubber is just as strong as ever, is what it looks like, which is good to know. It's actually really good in area 4. Multipliers for that final fight are going to be huge. Direct scaling is nice and all, but multi-ball is probably best. Having some healing is also nice, but spamming healing might not be the best idea, so he permanently decreases your max HP. Entering that fight with as much max health as possible is definitely ideal. Gold obtained 3500 by the way, very, very impressive. Yeah, Rubble worked really well. Shock Absorber was a great idea. Didn't quite work out fully well. My first boss Trolloc was just completely useless. I just need to not take Hakon Satchel. I just wanted to see if it could do something cool, but unfortunately Dupe Orb is it just wasn't better than Double Trouble there. I should have just kept the Double Trouble and left with that. And I did end up removing that Nosferatu from my deck, didn't I? Like, I shouldn't have entered area 4 with the Nosferatu as well, but it did work well this run. Having access to healing is nice, not that I needed it because this was Greasy Zero. These effects were very cool, that I was reasonably fine with them. That first one was insane, really, really good. Positive effect, not a downside, honestly. The second one, though, that was actually very rough. It really made you ask questions. But yeah, we got really good greed. I wanted to make sure to start off this run with really good greed because I knew that would set up the rest of the run. Oh, it seems like that's where the music ends. A shame. And it worked out really, really well. You know, like I did set myself up for the rest of the run. I got so many relics because of it. I got very lucky with my Illusion and Spinfection stuff though. I took Status Symbol as my second boss passive because I thought that would work out well, and it did work out very well. But if I didn't get as lucky with some of the blind and illusion stuff that I got, could have been unfortunate. This definitely was a mess of a build, wasn't it? I really was just trying to find some of the newer stuff. If I'm trying to defeat Area 4 in the future, I think I'll be building some more honed builds. But there was a lot of good stuff here, a lot of new stuff that I was finding. The new glass half wall I think is really good. But it's really just going to be a case of there are just some orbs you're not going to want to bring into Area 4 for sure. I'm trying to remove them. Interesting. So all orbs that you take in Area 1 for tempo now are less valuable. If you don't have like recom, you're in just much worse position in the final boss battle. Like having recom in that final boss battle with enhanced drop feuds must be so nice. Let's just think back to that event. The three choices: 20 max HP, 3 removals, or a rare relic. Honestly, this run was of course an exception. I do feel like the 3 rare relics is probably just the worst option. 20 max HP is insane. It's just so good. I do need to find out how hard they hit though. You know, that was something that I did not figure out that run because they just didn't hit me, which was a key part of my deck. My deck would not have existed without that part because I'm pretty sure they were hitting hard. They were hitting a lot as well. That sword buff was cool, but it looks like you also really want to be keeping track of the pegs on that map. If you can't control them, that's really unfortunate. So multi-wool bust relics are definitely really nice. Constricting chains is probably going to be really rough in Coin Dragon though. That's my guess. But yeah, that's Area 4. Hopefully you guys have as much fun as I did with the patch because wow, this was really cool.